Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's the pickup of 6.
Looking to throw. Russell steps away to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was Eric Johnson in there to drop him for his sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw on second down, Peyton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Rodgers on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throwing to start the drive. Peyton.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. On second down, this is Jackson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On first down, Peyton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Back to throw, Peyton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Russell. He sets to fire deep. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
On 1st and 10, Peyton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Hand off left side, Pierce. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
He's got this one complete to Rodgers.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the Colts coming out now. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Peyton.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Russell. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Russell. And he wisely will throw that one.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Peyton.
That's complete. Mike Strong with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Looking to throw. Peyton.
Got an open man. It's Strong.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4.
On 3rd and 2. Peyton.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Peyton under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now a give. It's Jackson.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Throwing on 1st down. Peyton forced out to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Mike Strawn.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston set to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing to start the drive. Russell.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Russell.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Russell.
This will be complete to Mechie.
This offense so far on third down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. From the gun on third down, Russell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Jackson. Room here to run.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Now it's Jackson, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. to throw again. Russell.
Right side, complete to Mechie.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back to throw. Russell. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by